two producers behind each project. We tried to I'm not even saying we tried to avoid it most of the room. Producer talk came up through an entire game. I thought we were going to just talk lyrics the first 2 rounds, but round number 3 is dedicated to just that. Let's talk about, again, what I thought was going to be considered the elephant in the room, but we've been talking about it. Round number 3, let's talk production. The Alchemist, ROC MARCIANO. Who, you know what I'm saying, pause better on each project. Like I said, who did the better of each project? They basically produced every single song themselves. It's self-produced. My understanding is there's no other help on that. I could be wrong, but that's how it's credited. That being said, The Alchemist is ROC MARCIANO on a production level. Let's talk production. Who wants to start first?
Wow, this is a difficult question, because you're talking about really tough, man. You're talking about whole entire projects, you know what I'm saying? And
we haven't usually, like I said, what they were saying, Jazz and Right Touches, I usually step to the table with specific songs. But it's been a minute since we had an opportunity, like I said, to let's talk this entire round, just production. And if you guys want to use examples of songs, I'll gladly pick them up and play them. But like I said, this is what it is. So let's talk about it. It's the obvious, like I said, of course we were gonna talk Boldy versus Stovegard the entire time, but we couldn't avoid Alchemist and ROC MARCIANO talking on a production type. It was gonna happen. So round is just that.
All right, I want to go first if that's all right.
Wow, two rounds in a row.
Yes.
Wow.
So here's the thing. So I know about these 2 artists. So Jules was like, you gotta listen to Stovegard. So I listened to his album a week or 2 ago. And Brody, I just started listening to it when we had the meeting to pick who was gonna battle against who. So I would say this. So the Stovegard album, I feel, and I say slight edge, I'm gonna go with that because with that production. Because listening to that album, it just seemed like the beats were just from different eras and it all meshed. And it seemed like it was some spoken word in there as well too, with the beats. So it just was a little more, to me, slighter edge than the Brody joint. But I feel like that the energy and just the different types of beats and the flow of it was just a little bit more than the Brody.
Fair enough. I mean, it's a very good dissection. Thanks for going first. Does anybody disagree? I mean, does anybody feel the opposite way? What's going on?
I don't want to answer this question. I'm gonna say that.
This is difficult.
I ain't mad at you, bro. I ain't even mad at that.
Again,
it's easy for me. I'm choosing ROC. I'm choosing ROC on this one.
we know, Trip. You was taking a nap on Boldy, right?
No, but he kind of curated right beat for the right track, for the right rhymes for him. So like, it was a go. It was a go.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Hindsight, it's obviously it worked. Okay, so again, we got 2 votes in on the ROC MARCIANO side. ROC MARC.
So, wait, hold on a second. Let me step up real quick before I get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
My bad, DJ Right Touch. My bad.
You good? Go ahead, rock out.
Because I gotta watch out for this guy Jules, man. He be trying to, you know what I mean?
Hands are right here.
So my vote is going to be for ROC on this one, and this one is not necessarily biased. I know it's like no surprise, but I think
I'm not shocked.
But I think the reason why Stovegard's album is even spoken about here right now, even in this format, is due to the simple fact of ROC's production to bring the life to Stovegard's lyrics. You know what I'm saying? And Alchemist has done it plenty of times with so many different people, and he doesn't get the respect that he deserves for the Return of the Mac album with Prodigy. You know what I'm saying? Which is one of the best produced albums front to back. You know what I'm saying? And with ROC doing this Stovegard album, I think it also took him to a level that a lot of people in the industry didn't realize how dope ROC was on the production side. So for him to do a whole entire album to bring Stovegard to the life that he is, I think it would be difficult not to give the props due to ROC on this one. You know what I mean? For as ill as the production, because I think Boldy James, like Jazz was saying before, when ROC works with Alchemist, you can see the influence vice versa. You know what I mean? But I think with Boldy James, with Alchemist, I think Alchemist can push that level of production to where somebody like Trip C would see it and be like, yo, this shit is putting me to sleep. But, you know, for what Alchemist is being able to do and still bring out that life with Boldy, I think is dope. But Rock Mars on this one, though.
So I don't know. I mean, I feel like I respectfully, I feel like Stove is so dope. I don't know. I mean, I feel like and this is no slight to Rock because the album is dope, and obviously I'm a Rock fan. I got a lot of vinyl. Shout to Man Bites Dog Records for the Marciano crew and the Pimp Strikes Back. I think they came out on that. Stove is dope, man. Just like on his own. I think like Malcontent, I think said he's kind of like, you don't hear anybody like him, man. You don't hear anybody with that, the rhymes, the flow. I know, you know, there's people who kind of do the singing, the melodic rhyming, but he's different from all of those people, man. So I think he had his own shine. Now I will say this album did bring him to the light for the masses. I'll say.
I got a question. Didn't mean to cut you off. So
Yes,
do you think that the beats that Rock did, do you think it enhanced his lyrics at all?
No, I don't. I don't.
Okay.
I think that Stove is that dope. I think they complement each other exceptionally well.
Stove steals. He's gonna steal the show.
Stove steals shows on albums. Period.
Yeah.
Period. On the Benny album, he stole. On the West Side Gun, he stole.
Yep.
On the Conway, he stole.
Yep.
On the BSF, he stole. I mean, he's when any track that he's on, he's getting it, and you immediately like, oh shit, that's Stove God, and you pay attention a little bit more.
What?
Production. So as dope as
Please see my previous answer. I don't want to answer this question, son.
we're still talking the music bed underneath, versus the Alchemist's music bed, So what?
Shit.
DJ,
Just say it, hobo.
because DJ Right Touch was about to say something. I didn't get a chance to hear what he had.
No, go ahead, Right Touch. Go ahead, Right Touch.
Oh yeah, nah. I mean, I'm gonna say it straight out. Listen, Alchemist went crazy on this joint, yo. The slower beats, and again, I know Trip, that might make you sleepy, bro. But I be vibing out. I'm sipping on something, smoking on, So
This is your life, Trip. We'll see how you understand this.
hey, yo,
I told you
it be vibing like
the
so.
driver is different for me. The driver is different.
But I'll say like particularly Giant Slide, right? And I mean I like the whole joint, but like the details, yo, it be little twinkles and tingles going on. It's so detailed, and I just be, you just get in your zone. You be like, yo, I just sit in the chair and just be listening. I got the little system here, and then Boldy on the beats. So Boldy's a great MC, obviously, but I think that Alchemist, I mean, he elevated Boldy. It's not disrespect to Boldy, so I'm not trying to say that he can't spit crazy, because he can.
Right.
But I mean, the pairing and the way Alchemist, again, those slower beats, and the way Boldy was able to ride them, whether it was slow rapping or on Pinto, the little faster rapping, he sounded great on it, man. And I just, like I said, I listen to that joint regularly because it gets me in my zone. I got different songs for different, feelings. And so I got to give Alchemist this one.
Fair enough. And as we mentioned before, I mean, that has anything to do with this battle, but that's one of four other projects, correct? Like, so five.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, love the marriage of those two guys together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, yo, I was just going to jump in, man. I mean, I almost feel exactly the same way as Hobo. I mean, it's like, it's crazy, man. But, again, this is never any disrespect to Rock Mars, man, but because his production's amazing. For years I've been listening to him, man, for, so long. But I'm telling you, man, it's like Alchemist just did the damn thing on this album to me. You know what I mean? Like, I have to, strictly looking at production. And this is the reason why I thought I was going to be the only person that was Team Stove tonight, because, people love the beats. So I thought, I think the beats edge out Price of Tea in China. I think the beats edge out Reasonable Drought. And y'all know how much I love Stove. You know what I mean? But again, kind of like what Hobo mentioned, Stove, whether he's on Conductor Williams' beats or whoever, Griselda, any of them cats, he murders everything, man. No matter what he's on. Like, I mean, that dude, he truly is like something special. And I can't wait to, well, I don't know whether he's going to blow up or not. Maybe he's perfect where he is right now, but we all get to enjoy it. So this dude is just like a monster. He kills every single thing he's on. So in my mind, again, it's not disrespecting Rock, but I mean, like, this dude is just a beast everywhere. You always love him. But to me, and I love BOLDY. I mean, BOLDY, to have the monotone kind of like flow.
Yeah.
I think the way he like rhymes is bananas, man. It's like for him to be able to do what he does, I never get bored listening to him. I catch all the stuff he's saying. I'm like, damn, this dude's nice.
Well,
yeah, I'm like, damn, this dude is nice.
That's
yeah,
what I don't mean to
amazing.
cut you off, Mal, but that's what I mean. That's what I think is so ill as far as BOLDY and Alchemist's connection or vibe,
Chemistry.
because their chemistry. Because if you understand anything about productions, to produce something hip hop wise at 62 BPMs, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
64 BPMs, and for that shit to hit, and then for that shit to make that statement is bananas. You know what I'm saying? It's bananas, but you know, like I said, my edge is with Rock on this one.
So yeah, for me, like I said, I just gave the edge. I give the edge to Al. Al gets this one from me.
You know,
between these two albums.
It's up to you. What was going down?
But how we just choosing this round without beats.
I'm really struggling with this round because I think somebody said it, and I forget who's on it, but I know that somebody said that this album highlighted the fact and made people, I think it was you, Ike, that made people realize that Rock is a dope producer. And, you know,
For other people.
Yeah, for other people.
I mean, think about it. We're talking about Rock Mars as a producer standing in the same light as Alchemist. You know what I'm saying? Like that alone, for all of the classic gems and everything that Alchemist produced, that's why I have to give that edge to Rock, because it wasn't, you're not knowing Rock as an everyday, you know what I'm saying, as an everyday producer. And he did his fucking damn thing on that shit, man.
You know what? You're right. For that reason, I'm gonna go with Rock.
Listen.
All right, well, I'm gonna say this and just, you know what I'm saying, and again, no choices on my end, but I'll just, you know, saying, just give some light to a couple of things. Like the listening to Reasonable Drought, you can tell that the beats are basically tailor-made for Stove. Even after you listen to Bread of Life, the chorus is basically talking about selling work from a church. The music kind of feels like a church song. You know what I'm saying? Just with some, you know what I'm saying, with some heavy, dramatic sort of feel that, again, Rock brainstorming at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And I echo what Ike said. Alchemist been a legend. You know what I'm saying? This is not anything new to anything we know about Alchemist. Alchemist has been doing incredible work. Shit, I got Alchemist joints from a group called IGT from the Veldt. That's probably about some of the best Alchemist production y'all ever heard. And you never heard it.
Yo, speak on that shit, Jazz. Speak on that shit, Jazz. Speak on that shit.
Yo,
man.
send the email out. What's up?
Yo, speak on that LI
that's
history,
real.
man. Speak on that LI
My
history.
Dropbox
right
is
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I say all of that to say, ultimately, the fact that we're even able to compare and contrast an Alchemist to whom he is, and Rock, and Ike is correct. This album definitely did make everyone be aware of how dope Rock is as a producer. Says a lot. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not doing no choosing, because ultimately Rock is my brother, so I'm going to choose Rock in every single level on any single beat, any single rhyme. Just is what it is. But with that being said, once y'all hear Stove Jesus, which is the follow-up to Reasonable Drought, you'll understand. Reasonable Drought kind of catches everybody off guard because it's new sonically, and it brings, you know what I'm saying, everybody to a certain point where Stove Jesus kind of takes you beyond, you know what I'm saying? It takes you into a whole nother chamber as far as what Rock and Stove were able to do. And soon come, you'll get to hear that, you know what I'm saying? But again, it can never, I don't want to say the same thing everybody said. There can never be any disrespect to anyone, to any which one of those two, whether Rock or Alchemist at the end of the day, because ultimately, again, you know what I'm saying, Rock's last album is with Alchemist. And there are things that Rock and Alchemist that have done together that, to me, are the most incredible things that an MC and a producer has ever done together. Even if we're not even talking about songs from the Elephant Man's Bones. If I mention All For It, song is incredible with ROC and Alchemist. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. Anytime that ROC and Alchemist get together, they push the whole level and the standard to such a high point. You know what I'm saying? And we're all better because of it. We all, because of what we love about hip hop, they really drive the whole energy up as far as the game is concerned. And I forgot to even mention this. The aspect of what ROC brought to the table, which is the rapping over drumless loops, cannot be denied. And that's purely ROC. And when you hear Alchemist do that, that is ROC's.
Everybody do it.
Everybody.
Alchemist.
Exactly.
And when you hear anybody do it, that is people kind of noticing. And I don't give a fuck who you talk about, even if as you heard Kanye do it, as you heard Drake do it, that's them keeping game.
I remember Jazz, and I don't know if you remember me saying it, man. When that shit came out with that Kanye and Jay-Z shit, that Otis over the Otis record, I said that is not. I was like, that is not how you do it. You're not doing it correctly. Pay attention to ROC Mars. I said that shit over the airwaves, and I had said that shit seriously. And I'm not saying it because Jazz is here. I'm saying it because that's a fact. You know what I mean? It's got to be done correctly, and that was one of the things that I absolutely love. That ROC does and shit.
There's interesting stories to that song. There's interesting stories to that Drake song. There's interesting stories to 444 that has all to do with ROC. I'll just leave it at that.
Yo, Jules, how we have a round 3 without any tunes?
Listen.
Scan's gonna be mad that he wasn't here for round 3.
Yeah, John Clyde, what up?
Sometimes you just gotta, you gotta speak. You gotta speak your mind. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to speak their mind. Like I don't know, it's all about production. Was that?
Listen, gentlemen. At the end of the day, this has been dope. I gotta make a quick one myself. Listen, I've never met half of you gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Please connect with me. I'm Jazz UN Gang on all social platforms. Just a quick word to the wise. You know what I'm saying? There's two new ROC Marciano albums that's coming. You know what I'm saying? One is produced by ROC. There's a part 2 to Elephant. There's a part 2 to Elephant Man's Bones that's coming. There's a ROC Primo album that's coming.
I'm glad you said it because I heard about that a while ago. I heard about that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not allowed to say that.
And if you again, if you know what I'm saying, just for y'all stretch and reach out there if you're in New York City. Come see ROC at La Place on Rouge in October, just because we're going out on tour in late September. We're running out to UK, and then we're coming back to our city and doing a couple of dates in New York and Chicago and DC. Then we're running out to Japan. But again, in October, New York City, La Place on Rouge, you definitely going to want to be there. Put it out.
Yeah, I'm there.
Definitely going to talk about it.
I'm there. I was at the Brooklyn show too. Where was it Ito, right? The Brooklyn one with Ito?
Nah, that Ito was
no,
there.
No, it was Flea. It was the one with Flea, right? I think it was Flea.
Yeah, Flea Lord, and you know what I'm saying. We had one with Jay Worthy not too long ago at elsewhere in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? But pull up the Place on Rouge. It's going to be a lot of surprises. We always bring them out. You know what I'm saying? For us, different guests and what have you. And again, it's a pleasure being on the show. Please, everyone on the Zoom. Check in with me. It's a pleasure to meet all of y'all. I didn't see my guy Rev today, but such is life.
Yo, Jazz, I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man.
Gentlemen, you know what I'm saying? Peace and love.
Peace.
All right. Let's shout out to Jazz. Like I said in the building, I guess ROC Marciano's manager making a quick little debut. I hope it didn't affect the game. We're going to find out.
I don't think so. I think everybody held true.
Everybody kept it real.
Everybody kept it real.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. We wrapped up round number 3. We had to talk about, like I said, what I thought would be the elephants in the room. Production, Alchemist versus ROC Marciano. And while it wasn't a completed one-sided event, it definitely boiled down to one last vote. And that one vote ended up giving the win to Stove God Cook's Reasonable Drought, again, produced by ROC Marciano, giving Stove God Cooks another point on the board.